right, we are back with Steel City Bombers and Big Island Criminal Factory. Thank you guys for tuning in. You're watching live D4 paintball coverage all afternoon.
Yeah, so we got Steel City Bombers here versus Big Island Criminal Factory.
Big Island had a bump up there, but it was not graceful, but he got in.
And the next matchup is going to be Adrenaline Anarchy D4 Uprising versus Attrition.
Check Criminal Factory. I think I have the body, but I can't see it.
There's 5 still alive for Island, Big Island Criminal Factory.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to see across that field. We have so much splatter on the bus as I'm looking out the windows.
Well, I was actually thinking that this morning. I was like, wow, that rain really washed it and then made it all white, so it is really hard to see across.
Yeah.
But that's why we got the screens. So we are playing 5-on-5 here. Nobody...
The ladder crew that I hired promised that they would also keep on top of the windows.
You need almost like tear-offs.
Yeah. Steel City Bombers still with 5 bodies, as is Criminal Factory. This is the first time these two are seeing each other today. 12 minutes on the clock. They're already a minute and a half in.
That's what you need.
We lose our first.
Instead of a ladder rental and the squeegee, you just need a tear-off with a 12-foot drop.
Yeah. Well, if we would have kept the windows open, we wouldn't have them dirty like that. I had an event in Wasaga that was so hot, we rolled down the windows and put mesh screening in front of it to get airflow through the bus before we had a proper air conditioner, and it just made it. It was bad because all that paint broke on the mesh and went into the bus, so that lasted about 10 minutes.
I do remember us being in the scaffolding in Wasaga.
Uh-huh.
We were trying to get fans up there.
Guys, we used to broadcast outside in a scaffolding, and when storms would roll in, we'd have to get off of our chairs, stand and hold the tent above us so that it didn't blow away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun times. But thank you guys for watching. We've come a long way. If you guys are feeling generous, there's a PayPal donation live chat. We have a deficit this year. Return for next year. Live broadcast. We got to get so that we have, and we're into it a couple of with broken camera this year and a few. So yeah, see if you guys can help us out. Thank you to all that has donated or have donated already today.
And yesterday.
And yesterday.
This is a bit of a stalemate going on here. It's still...
This is starting to set the record today for the longest point.
This is setting the tone for finals here, I think. 5-on-4, 8:20 in the match.
Teams destined for funk at this point.
Bombers, we can put you in here. D4, Steel City 11th, so 2 wins and a loss, which might put them in it. Big Island Criminal Factory is a win and a loss, so again they're right on the bubble. So these two teams here are 10 and 11 currently.
Wow, he's good.
And then split deck in this one too is Adrenaline D4 Uprising, which has 2 wins. They're sitting in second, versus in 9th again. We're just one big there, so minutes ran off the clock there.
That was in Kingston. How would we do the voting? Would we leave it up to the players to decide?
I think what you got to do...
And would you make the captains
here's
first
what
and
you
second?
Got to do. You have Derek Welts as a captain on one team, and somebody else helping out with the league, like Devo.
Yeah.
Captain the other team. They pick, and they get to square up too.
Yeah. But I think for me, it's about the players. No disrespect to those two, but I want to see players. I want to see maybe the first and second ranked teams this year, those two captains squaring off. Right? And then they get
you have a draft. Okay, we'll have a draft pick. Derek gets to pick a guy. It's like schoolyard picking.
Yeah. Or instead of that, do you let the teams decide amongst themselves? And CXBL, the captain that was chosen to do the All-Star, he picked 2 from each team.
Yeah.
Or two from the top teams and 1 from the lower ranked teams. Or do you leave it up to the players to decide? And do we do I don't know.
So since the Premier is split into 2 different sides, you get, we'll say like Derek coaches one side, he gets to pick the 2 from each team.
Yeah.
And you have somebody else like Devo or whatever coach the other section, and he gets to pick 2 from each team, just like CXBL would have.
Yeah.
I think that's the easiest way of doing it.
So how CXBL came with theirs as well is it was the winner of the overall division, that team, their captain was elected as.
Okay.
So for me, like I would assume that, let's say Just Us won yesterday, they're captain number 1 and Retaliate's captain number 2. And then out of that, they choose.
As long as they're not in the same bracket then, right?
Well, it wouldn't matter because they chose overall, right?
Yeah.
And then what would happen is then, either you separate it by brackets or it's, so Just Us gets his first pick on his team, Retaliate gets their team, and then Just Us will get third pick or third place team and so on. And again, you take 2 from the top 4 teams each and then 1 from each of the bottom 4 teams.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. I know it's convoluted, but it's the only fair way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, we talked right over this game, and I apologize for that. But what would you guys think? Would you like to see a all-star match next year? And if so, what do you think? How do we come up with the teams? I'm not saying an all-star match is going to happen, but if we can, it would be nice to be able to do that again. That was a blast. Last time we had it, if you remember, it was in Kingston. We stopped both fields from playing. We put all the refs on one field, and we broadcasted just the All-Star match.
It was Gananoque.
Yep, we had pomp and circumstance. So we had we had a ceremony, pictures. They all had All-Star jerseys. So one team was red, one team was blue.
It was Team Rusty Glaze versus who was it? It was another pro from Infamous.
You should know that by now.
From
Collarbone. There's adrenaline, not adrenaline. Big Island losing 2 there. The Sun and the Dorito. Now the Dorito eliminated again. So just keep.
Joey saying great call. Hey, you know who we haven't seen today? I was told was coming today is Jory Fine. He said he was coming today. I think he's playing.
No.
He said he was either I thought he said playing and being here. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he was teasing me about playing, but he's definitely said he was coming.
I haven't seen the rust cloud coming out. So.
Look at this. Towel being called.
If Jory was playing, there'd be rust flying everywhere here.
Oh, yeah. So 2-1 for Steel City Bombers now.
Steel City, they're 5 alive again. They're being pretty consistent here. making Big Island do all the work.
All right, we have a little bit of movement on the Dorito side for Criminal Factory, but he was eliminated on the move up. That's going to take it 5-on-3. Steel City Bombers, I'm really enjoying them playing today. They, I think we're going to see them in the finals, just judging by the way they've been playing.
They're on the bubble right now. So
are they? Good for them. Big Island, if memory serves, they've had a win and a loss.
Criminal Factory here. They have a win and a loss. Steel City has a win and a loss.
So this is sort of do or die right now for both teams.
Yeah.
60 seconds.
Claire Rulo from Steel City Bombers moving up to the Snake side. Brick, meanwhile, Big Island Criminal Factory losing a body out of this Dorito side. It's now 5-on-2 with 46 seconds left. Things are looking good for Steel City, but they can't flub this close right now. Rachel in the live chat says, "Go Easton, tell Marky G to let him play the Snake." All right, last Big Island player. He's holding them down. Steel City hasn't been able to hang that button.
Steel City doesn't want to go anywhere either, though. They're just hanging on.
They don't need to.
So there we go. That should put them through.
Game finished.
And that may knock Big Island out, depending on how other teams are doing.
So after this split deck,